Welcome, deep divers, to another journey into the fascinating and, well, often surprising corners of human experience.
hmm
Today, we're taking on a topic that it really touches the very core of identity-family connection.
Yeah,
It's about what happens when the story of your origins takes an unexpected, sometimes profoundly life-altering turn.
right. We're talking about these profound discoveries people are making about their biological parentage, often decades into their lives.
Exactly. And then the intricate emotional, legal, relational landscapes they suddenly have to navigate is huge.
So our mission today is really to unpack a stack of truly compelling personal accounts and expert insights too,
Yeah, we want to understand not just what happens, but why these revelations resonate so deeply.
and what they teach us about human connection itself. We've got firsthand stories, people who've lived this.
Alongside detailed research from organizations dedicated to supporting these, well, often very complex journeys.
Yeah, it's quite a mix.
You're going to hear about the undeniable power of DNA technology. We see that everywhere now.
Absolutely. And also the incredible resilience of the human spirit.
Mm-hmm. And how these discoveries are constantly redefining what we even understand by the word family.
We'll explore that immediate shock, that sort of reverberation through a person's world.
And then the long-term emotional processing, which can be really arduous.
Definitely. The practicalities involved, too, if someone decides to search for answers.
And those deep, deep existential questions that come up when your biological identity is suddenly, redefined irrevocably.
It's about getting that knowledge quickly. Yes, sometimes it happens fast, but also thoroughly.
Right.
Really digging in to uncover those powerful aha moments, the ones that reveal deeper truths about ourselves, our place in the world.
We're definitely not just scratching the surface here. We're going to really peel back the layers, try to understand the nuances.
Okay, let's dive in.
Okay, let's unpack this.
The revelation, when DNA rewrites your story.
So we begin our deep dive into these revelations with an incredible success story. This one comes from myheritage.nl.
Ah, yes, the DNA platform.
Exactly, a platform known for helping connect people through DNA. Now, imagine this for a moment. You're searching for your biological father for years, maybe even decades.
Hitting dead ends.
Brick wall after brick wall, pouring countless hours into research, genealogy,
The emotional toll. Yeah.
unfulfilled longing. And after maybe 3 years of just relentless, often heartbreaking effort,
Yeah.
you reach a point of exhaustion.
You just can't anymore.
You decide, heavy heart, okay, I have to give up, trying to move on, except some answers might never come.
Right. And then when you least expect it,
Yeah.
when you've almost kind of forgotten that hope.
Yeah. A simple email notification arrives. This individual, she describes the moment her husband got that message from MyHeritage. Eves, you have a match.
Wow. Just like that.
She recounts the adrenaline, the atmosphere just shifting as he checked their account, his voice urgent telling her, you must see this.
So I can only imagine.
She looked at his screen, heart pounding, and there it was. Not a distant cousin, not some potential relative,
Right.
a single life-altering word. In bold letters. Father!
Oh my goodness. Not just a clue, but the actual link.
The direct paternal link she'd yearned for.
Incredible.
The immediate impact, as you can imagine, it was immense, almost overwhelming.
Okay.
She describes her night shift at work right after finding this out as an absolute nightmare.
Not because of the work itself, I assume.
No, because she could think of nothing else but this amazing discovery after all these years of searching and praying.
Wow. Trying to function while your whole world is just tilted.
Exactly. Trying to focus on a job, a routine, while the very foundation of your personal history has just shifted beneath your feet. It's this profound whirlwind, right? Disbelief, relief, maybe even feeling unreal.
It's not just a fact, it changes your whole reality. The narrative of your life rewritten instantly.
Yeah.
And the biological father himself, what was his story?
Well, that's almost like something out of a novel. He was 75 years old when this happened.
Okay.
And he had absolutely no idea she even existed.
None at all.
Zero. He still is, a successful restaurateur. Her mother had simply had a one-night romance with him years ago.
Right.
When she approached him, mentioned her mother's name, he genuinely didn't even remember her. Said, quite frankly, he saw many women back then.
Oh, wow. Okay, so how did he react to her?
Well, upon meeting, he needed absolutely no convincing. It wasn't just the DNA, the proof.
What was it then?
Their striking resemblance. He looked at her, immediately noted she looked exactly like his oldest daughter.
That visual confirmation. Wow.
Oh, powerful. It just cemented the connection instantly. It's not just genetics, is it? It's that innate Human recognition, shared lineage.
That mirroring quality.
Yeah.
Undeniable on a personal level.
Get this. This single match didn't just bring her one new family member.
No.
It brought her 9 new siblings.
9. You're kidding.
4 brothers and 4 sisters. You can just hear the joy, the disbelief in her voice recounting this.
That's incredible. Of a whole new family. Instantly.
Her whole life, she'd only had one brother, always wished for a sister, and suddenly, boom, 4 sisters.
Fulfilling that deepest desire. Amazing.
It's this instant expansion of her entire world. They talk every single day now, laugh, share stories, building years of lost time into this vibrant new present.
And the acceptance was immediate, too.
Totally. He even asked her children to call him grandfather. Embraced his new role wholeheartedly. No hesitation.
That really speaks volumes, doesn't it? About the capacity for connection when the truth comes out.
It really does.
It's also worth noting those unique circumstances of their first meeting you mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely. Meeting during COVID restrictions, no hugs, keeping distance.
Right. And him being Muslim, observing Ramadan at the time.
So she couldn't even offer him a drink of water, a cup of tea, yet it was still described as a very special event.
Which truly highlights that profound, innate human desire for connection, for belonging.
Definitely. A drive so strong it transcends even major logistical, cultural, even religious challenges.
It just underscores that finding that missing piece of identity, that biological link, is deeply fulfilling for many, regardless of circumstances.
Yeah, the power of truth and connection being fundamentally more important than comfort or convention.
But while some stories, like that one, are pure joy, effortless acceptance.
Right. Many others that emerge from these DNA discoveries are filled with far more complex, often painful, emotions.
That's where things get really layered.
Yeah. Take the Reddit thread titled, "My Dad is Not My Biological Father. Anyone else going through something similar?" It opens this truly raw, revealing window into non-paternity events, NPEs, and other unexpected revelations.
And what that thread shows, starkly, is that this is way more common than people might think.
Oh, for sure. And the emotional landscape is incredibly varied.
Indeed. One user, Shy Pumpkin, shares this gut-wrenching shock, discovering their biological father was a man their mother had an affair with decades ago.
And what makes it even more poignant, more painful?
Is that the parents suspected it?
Yes. They suspected it when Shy Pumpkin was only 2. Noticed a resemblance to the man. But the mother denied it.
And the father who raised them just went along with it.
Seemingly overlooked it, insisted the child was his anyway. The user expresses profound sadness, saying, "I'm sad that I'm not biologically related to my dad, the one who raised them."
Yeah.
And that overwhelming feeling that everything has changed too.
It's not just a factual shift, it's existential, reevaluating who you are, who your family is, what your past means.
It's a grief, isn't it? Not just for what was lost, but for the life, the identity you thought you had.
Definitely. And what's striking about these Reddit accounts is the sheer range of ages when this happens.
Yeah, it really emphasizes how universal this can be. You read comments like, "I found out yesterday and I'm 66.
Or I'm 55 and just found out. I am 41, I took an Ancestry Dina.
Some found out as teenagers. Imagine shattering your identity right at that formative age.
When you're already grappling with who you are, it shows these revelations aren't confined to any life stage. They can hit you anytime.
And the impact on someone who spent decades building an identity around a certain family tree, totally different from a teen figuring out where they fit.
Right. And a deeply unsettling common thread across so many stories is the secrets. Parental secrets, kept for decades.
Sometimes even to their graves. One user's mom explicitly said, "While she's alive, I must never mention it to anyone," imposing silence.
Wow. Another's father denied it at first, then confessed. Apparently she had a one-night stand.
The psychological impact of feeling lied to, feeling cheated out of meeting your biological parent, it's palpable, especially if they're already deceased.
It's not just a hidden truth. It's a profound breach of trust, betrayal. It can erode the foundation of existing relationships.
Leaving this void answers you can never get.
Yeah. And the impact on self-identity is consistently described as profound, shattering almost.
Users share feelings like, "My self-identity has been hit hard," or "I need to be regrounded in my identity."
One person even says, "I don't recognize myself anymore."
Imagine looking in the mirror, suddenly feeling like a stranger, realizing your biological blueprint is different.
It's a fundamental crisis of self. Challenges everything you believed about your place, your heritage, your traits.
Even your personality, maybe. This regrounding isn't simple. It's a deep psychological journey.
Which raises that important question for all of us, really. What happens when the foundational story of your life, the one you've always believed, turns out to be different?
Many describe feeling lost and alone, adrift.
But it's heartening that many also find immense comfort, validation in online support communities, like NPE Friends Gateway.
Right, where they realize, as one user put it, you are 100% not alone.
That shared experience can be a powerful balm for the isolation, a safe space to process complex emotions with people who get it.
Often better than their own immediate families can.
Exactly.
But it's also worth acknowledging the paradox here, isn't it? The double-edged sword.
How so?
Well, while the desire for truth is strong, some users express genuine regret about taking the DNA test, wishing they had not tested or had never done the DNA test.
Ah, right. Illustrating the profound personal cost that can come with uncovering these truths.
Especially when the emotional fallout is intense, when existing family dynamics are just irrevocably altered.
Or when the new reality is simply too painful to bear. It's like opening Pandora's box, potentially.
And you're not always prepared for what's inside.
Hmm. And amidst all that emotional turmoil, there's often this uncanny detail, the physical resemblance to new biological family.
Right. One user shared, one of our sons looks exactly like my dad, for some reason that really has affected me.
Another notes, looking at pics of my newfound half-siblings is like looking into a mirror. Mind-blowing, to say the least.
These visual affirmations, while providing that concrete sense of connection,
Can also destabilize your previous identity even more, forcing you to reevaluate inherited traits, mannerisms, even just how you look.
it's a powerful, often unsettling reminder of those hidden genetic links, ties to strangers.
The emotional tapestry navigating a new reality.
So we've touched on the immediate shock, that moment of revelation.
Yeah, that visceral blow. But what does that really feel like, and how does it evolve over time?
Well, many describe it in incredibly raw terms, like you said, a gut punch or a nightmare.
It's not just surprise, it's traumatic for many. Rattles your whole sense of stability, makes the familiar world feel suddenly alien.
And that initial shock often morphs into this complex, evolving web of lingering emotions.
Like what?
Feeling disconnected and isolated even when you're surrounded by your long-known family.
Imagine sitting at a family dinner, looking at faces you've loved your whole life, but suddenly feeling like an outsider.
Processing a truth maybe no one else there knows. Or maybe they knew and kept from you.
Oof.
This internal shift can lead to deep-seated trust and emotional issues, permeating existing relationships, creating cracks where bonds felt solid.
And there's often a persistent grief that comes and goes, mourning the life, the identity they thought they had.
Yeah, for lost time, for truths withheld. And in some extreme, heartbreaking cases, the emotional toll is devastating.
You mentioned someone feeling suicidal.
Yes, one person described being suicidal for the better part of a year after the discovery and tragically losing a newly found half-brother shortly after.
Oh, that's awful. It just shows the depth and complexity of this emotional landscape. It can be a lifelong process.
Truly immense.
And that feeling of being the last to know, that sounds particularly agonizing. Adds another layer of betrayal.
Absolutely brutal. Imagine discovering the rest of my dad's family knew this profound secret about your origins.
And you were left in the dark for decades.
It can lead to intense, furious anger, a sense of deep injustice. Some people say they don't plan to talk to the parent who withheld the truth.
One person even declared their mother is dead to me.
It's not just hurt feelings, it's a fundamental breach of trust so profound it can shatter family bonds beyond repair.
A powerful testament to how much people value honesty, transparency, especially about their own identity.
Yeah, and these complex revelations often force this radical reimagining of family dynamics, particularly around the idea of having two dads.
The legal versus biological father situation.
Exactly. There's a Dutch legal document, wat als je biologische vader niet je juridische vader is.
What does it say?
It discusses the intricacies when a mother is still legally married but conceives a child with another man.
Creating a situation where a child effectively has both a biological father and a legal father, who are different people.
Right. And this isn't just abstract legal stuff, it's a lived reality for many. Your heart, a legal document, your DNA might all point to different paternal figures.
And this has significant legal consequences, right? Beyond just emotions.
Oh, definitely. It impacts crucial aspects of life. We're talking afstamming descent, lineage.
It affects your standing in a family line.
Actor name, your surname, impacting that personal sense of belonging. Onderhoudsverplichtingen, maintenance obligations, financial support.
And Erfgenommenschap, inheritance rights to family assets, legacies.
The legal document mentions a client who successfully petitioned the court to deny the legal father's paternity and establish the biological father's.
Bringing the legal situation in line with the factual one.
Exactly, highlighting the deeply personal and practical implications. A court ruling can literally redefine your family, name, financial future.
But while some, like in the MyHeritage story, find joy in connecting with new half-siblings, others face rejection, right?
Heartbreakingly, yes. One user mentioned their biological father's family wants nothing to do with me.
Another said their newly found two half-sisters want nothing to do with me.
It's a stark reality. That deep human desire for connection can clash dramatically with the other party's need for privacy, their discomfort, or just outright denial.
Acceptance isn't guaranteed.
Not at all. It shows that while biology reveals a link, it can't force a relationship or dictate love. That has to be chosen, nurtured.
The complexities also extended to how people define family itself.
For sure. Some embrace a bonus family, expanding their circle of love. They see it as enrichment, not replacement.
Yet, for many others, the person who raised them is unequivocally my dad and always will be, regardless of biology.
Which highlights that parentage isn't just genetics or legal status, it's deeply rooted in the lived experience of love, care, upbringing.
Built through shared history, sacrifice, affection, not just a genetic blueprint.
Love makes a family, however it's defined.
Absolutely. Given this immense emotional weight, the turbulence, many accounts highlight the critical role of support systems.
Indispensable, really. Therapy, professional counseling, journaling, talking to others who've been through it, frequently cited as vital coping mechanisms.
They're often lifelines, aren't they? Processing such deeply personal, often traumatic info needs guidance, a safe space.
Without judgment. And it's not just generic support, specific communities have emerged.
Like the NPE Friends Gateway on Facebook you mentioned, it keeps coming up.
Yeah, described as an incredibly good support community. Offers weekly Zoom meetings, specialized groups.
Tailored for different roles, not just the person who found out.
Right. Groups for the NPEs themselves, the mothers who kept secrets, the biological fathers who were unaware, friends, adoptees, donor-conceived individuals.
Wow, that points to the deep need for highly specific, empathetic support, tailored to the nuances.
Where shared experience provides invaluable validation and guidance that general support networks might just not grasp fully.
The search journey, practicalities, and perils.
So why do people embark on these searches, especially when the potential cost, emotional, even financial, is so incredibly high?
Well, the International Social Service, or ISS, guide highlights that natural, almost primal human desire to know your roots, where you truly come from.
That innate curiosity.
Yeah, but also more specific, pressing reasons, like seeking crucial medical information.
Which could impact their health or their kids' health.
Exactly. Or simply understanding more about their identity, personal history. It's often a blend of deep curiosity and practical necessity.
And Standpunt Adoptee's article, Gezocht en Gevonden, talks about the broad spectrum of what searching actually means.
Right. Yeah, it's far more than just looking for a bioparent. It could be simple, like Googling your country of origin, learning its culture.
Connecting with other adoptees from the same background.
Reviewing adoption files at an F-stamming centrum, a descent center. Uploading DNA to a database.
Or it can involve engaging a professional searcher.
Right, someone specializing in genealogical detective work. Or even making a physical return trip.
To significant places, like an orphanage or former foster home in their birth country.
These are all valid forms of searching for your truth, each with its own methods, costs, emotional challenges.
And the decision to start searching, it's often triggered by growth life events, major life events.
That's what the sources suggest. Those pivotal moments. Moving out, expecting a child yourself, losing a loved one.
Moments that touch existential voids and questions within one's own identity.
Exactly. They become points where the need for answers about your origins becomes undeniable, where your sense of self feels incomplete without understanding your beginnings.
We see that in the stories, don't we? Annick's search triggered by a miscarriage.
And seeing her partner's successful reunion ignited her own questions.
And Chris, compelled to search after Typhoon Haiyan hit his birth region in the Philippines.
Driven by that urgent, primal question, Levens and Og, are they still alive?
These aren't just intellectual quests. They're driven by profound emotional, existential needs. That desire to connect with your past when life throws you a curveball.
Yeah. So once the motivation's there, what tools do they use?
Well, DNA databases, MyHeritage, Ancestry, 23andMe, they keep coming up as the primary catalyst.
They really provide fast results sometimes and a higher chance of success because of their huge global networks.
They've truly revolutionized the landscape of family history, reunion, turning decades-long searches into weeks, even days, just by matching genetic markers.
But it's not just about getting a match and a name, is it?
No, not at all. The article Jouw biologisch Wedervinden details the meticulous process after the match.
Like detective work,
Pretty much. Starts with identifying matches over 300 centimorgans, 300 centimel.
which indicates a pretty close relationship, right?
Yeah,
Grandparent, aunt, uncle, half-sibling maybe.
exactly.
Then it launches into extensive genealogical research, building family trees, searching for common ancestors,
Using public records, historical documents.
a lot of outer wet spur work, old-fashioned detective work, contacting potential relatives for more DNA samples for comparison.
Moving from a broad genetic link to pinpointing the actual family connection, needle in a haystack stuff,
But beyond DNA, there are official channels too, especially for adoptees.
like the Council for Child Protection files.
Yeah, for those born before 1970, those files are now mostly at the National Archives. More centralized access.
And contacting the original adoption agency, central authority, license holder. Right. These institutional avenues, often slower, more bureaucratic, but they can provide crucial documented info. Names, dates, context that DNA alone can't give.
But it's crucial to temper expectations with reality, isn't it?
Hugely. Stompen Adoptie specifically warns that verwachtingen rond en de realiteit van antwoorden vinden liggen soms mijlen ver uit elkaar.
Expectations and reality can be miles apart.
Many factors contribute. Differing cultural norms about privacy, sharing info,
Potential malified praktiken, illicit practices during past adoptions, complicating records,
errors in adoption files, privacy concerns of the first family, they might not want to be found.
communication difficulties across languages, cultures. It's a complex web.
Benita's story really illustrates this gap. Her second trip to Nepal at 27.
She had much too high expectations.
Yeah, of connecting, developing this profound recognition, hoped staying with them for a week would create space for deeper conversation.
But it was so disappointing. Ended in tears, unfulfilled hopes.
An annex search in India. Tiring, frustrating, her biological father refusing to confirm if her mother was even alive.
It's a stark reminder. Even with the best intentions, immense effort, the path can be fraught with unexpected emotional hurdles. The reunion might not happen as hoped.
The ISS guide is pretty explicit about potential negative outcomes, too. Advises preparing for a scala einen scenarios, a whole range of scenarios.
Grim realities like the person sought can't be found or is deceased, answers out of reach.
Or they're found but just don't want contact, which can be just as painful.
Or worse, uncovering illegal handling, illegal practices during your adoption. Fundamentally altering your understanding, raising new ethical dilemmas.
Preparing for the worst, while difficult, is presented as essential for emotional resilience.
Yeah, and the search isn't just emotionally taxing. It can be financially significant too, a practical burden.
The ISS guide is clear. Ask about cost and costs upfront. Insist on transparency.
And be wary of vergodingen die niet officieel vastgesteld zijn unofficial fees, or where compensation depends on a discovery.
Which creates ethical conflicts, right? Incentivizing a match over the searcher's best interest.
Highlights the importance of transparency, careful financial planning. It can get expensive fast.
Deborah's story really puts a spotlight on this. After MyHeritage showed no match with the man she'd bonded with as her potential father.
She didn't give up. Paid €850 for a conclusive hospital DNA test.
Only for it to confirm 0.0% chance of relation.
Wow. Shows the immense lengths people go to for definitive answers, even with significant financial costs for potentially heartbreaking results.
The cost isn't just money, it's hope, time, emotional energy.
And the ISS guide offers a final crucial caution against an unrelenting need for information.
Stressing the importance of understanding the potential impact, not just on yourself, but on others involved. Adoptive family, new biofamily, friends.
The journey itself can be incredibly long, potentially many months, sometimes even a lifetime.
It's a marathon, not a sprint. Requires huge emotional, mental, and financial resilience. Patience, self-reflection are key.
Redefining parenthood perspectives from children and experts.
So, moving beyond the legal and biological definitions, who truly embodies the role of parent in a child's life?
This question really gets to the heart of familial bonds, doesn't it? challenges traditional notions.
Yeah, the Wiesine Zhao Outers. A report from Stichting Alexander gathered perspectives from 76 kids and young people. Delves deeply into this, offers a nuanced view.
And what did it find? How do they define parent?
Overwhelmingly, not primarily by blood or law, but by the quality of emotional attachment.
It's more than just providing stuff.
Way more. It's about a relationship built on unconditional love, respect for the child's individuality, setting healthy boundaries that provide structure, safety,
Providing trust, creating a secure environment, offering help, guidance.
infusing life with humor, joy, and knowing when to vasthouden Leighton, hold on and let go, allowing space to grow while still being a secure base.
Those are the core qualities that define a parental figure in a child's eyes, transcending biology or legal status.
Fundamentally, yes. Interestingly, the report found a clear distinction in how kids from different family structures talk about parents.
How so?
Kids from classical families, raised by both bio parents, tend to just say outers, papa, mama. No need to distinguish biological parent, it's just their reality.
No other category to compare it to.
Right. But for adoptees, donor-conceived children, foster children, there's often a conscious, deliberate differentiation.
They understand the distinction between biological origins and the people raising them, aware of their unique family narrative.
Exactly. For adoptees, the transition often happens very young, infancy, early childhood.
So they almost universally see their adoptive parents as their parents.
Yeah, one 18-year-old adoptee said it clearly. From my 3rd year until now, I have grown up with the parents I have now. They're just my parents, so very natural.
Emphasizes that the consistent, nurturing, present relationship is what shapes the parental bond.
The daily acts of parenting, the love, shared experiences form the bedrock.
And for donor-conceived children, it adds another layer.
It does. They might acknowledge the donor as biological father or mother, but only consider them a father or mother if there's visible and noticeable involvement in their upbringing.
Presence matters.
Hugely. One 16-year-old expressed this. My biological father is also married to a man, and I always find it a bit difficult. Many people just call him my father, but I don't see him that way because, of course, I wasn't raised by him.
Shows that active parenting, presence, consistent emotional investment are paramount in defining that role for young people. Far more than just genetics.
Definitely. And then foster children. Their definition can be even more fluid, dynamic.
They might see foster parents, biological parents, or both as parental figures.
Yeah. Those placed later, maybe puberty, might suggest that knowing the child, that deep intuitive understanding defines a parent, sometimes leading them to feel only biological parents can truly be parents.
That contrasts with others.
Right. Others realize their biological parents lacked essential parenting qualities, so their bond with foster parents becomes much stronger, more defining.
Because the foster parents demonstrate those essential qualities. Care, love, consistency.
Exactly. The report also looked at how many parents can you have?
And predictably, no single answer. Reflects the diversity of families today.
Right. For kids in classical families with positive experiences, an extra parent isn't usually desired. Their two are enough. No perceived gap.
But for adoptees, foster kids, donor-conceived individuals,
The number of significant parental figures can vary greatly. 2, 3, even 4.
and the key factor for considering someone a parent, even a new caregiver later on,
Is the development of an emotionally positive relationship. That, over time, evolves into a full parent-child bond.
emotional connection and active care are paramount, transcending biology or legal definitions. Quality and depth of relationship, not the label,
Precisely. Yet some kids from single-parent households feel no need for more than one parent.
which is a powerful testament to the strength of that singular bond.
Deeply rooted in the positive relationship with that single caregiver, underscores that a strong, loving bond with one parent can be entirely sufficient, fulfilling.
Quality of relationship trumps quantity.
Absolutely. And through all these complex journeys, the importance of transparency and professional support just cannot be overstated.
Stunpund adoptee stresses being good umringed, well-surrounded, having professionalist understanding before, during, and after a search or revelation.
And that applies to everyone involved, right? Not just the individual.
Yes, the adoptee or person discovering, but also their parents, biological and adoptive. The whole family system is impacted, needs support.
The ISS guide emphasizes professionals are there to support the process, not to take it over.
Social workers for emotional guidance, international mediators, bridging
The
divides.
specialized support groups for adoptees, bioparents, adoptive parents, their role is neutral, informed perspective. Psychosocial support, mediation assistance?
Even stepping in if there's undue pressure for financial support.
Right, if Onterecht druk uitgeoefend wordt om die biologisch family financieel bij te staan, or if illegal practices are uncovered.
They're crucial guides through uncharted territory, navigating the ethical, emotional, practical minefields.
Exactly.
So what does this all mean, this deep dive into unexpected parentage?
Well, it reveals that the threads of family, identity, belonging are far more intricate, layered, fluid than we often assume.
It's a journey that can bring immense joy, profound sadness, a complete redefinition of self, prompting this fundamental reevaluation.
And what's fascinating is how universal that desire for connection, for understanding your origins, truly is, whether you've searched your whole life or stumbled on it via DNA.
Underscores the fluidity of family bonds, the powerful, sometimes overwhelming impact of truth.
We see so biology can lay foundation, but it's love, presence, choice that truly build the home.
Yeah, the narratives we explored, from that almost fairy tale My Heritage story,
To the raw, unfiltered honesty of the Reddit forums.
they highlight the incredible courage it takes to confront these truths, embrace new realities, and the vital role of support systems.
It's a testament to the human spirit's capacity for adaptation, resilience.
So, connecting this to the bigger picture, it raises an important, pressing question for us all, doesn't it?
Which is?
In this era where DNA tech makes hidden connections increasingly accessible, turning secrets into discoverable truths, how do we as individuals and society better prepare for these revelations?
And how do we foster a more empathetic, understanding, supportive environment for everyone on these complex identity journeys?
Ensuring that truth, while sometimes painful, ultimately leads to healing and growth.
That's the challenge, isn't it?
Think about this. For every new connection uncovered, every family tree redrawn by a DNA test, how might it ripple through generations?
Not just affecting the individual, but the very concept of family history, legacy, our collective future.
We'll leave you with that thought to ponder.